my name is Nancy and I'm making this video because I have a rare disease and I would like to get help with it and generate some awareness for it. I haven't worked a real job in 4.5 years due to chronic pain. If I got a job today, I would have to tell my boss I can't type or mouse on a desktop computer at all, and I can barely write, like with a pen or pencil. It's really painful. Even though on the outside I look totally fine. I got sick on November 9th, 2007, when I was 21 years old. I'm 26 now. I believe it to be an autoimmune disease because there's two parts to this disease. One part is the joint pain. The other part is a tissue melting pain. They haven't diagnosed my tissue melting pain or the joint pain, but really the tissue melting pain, I just call it that because that's what it feels like. It kind of feels like my own tissues are melting, that my body's attacking them and they're melting, so that's kind of what I call it. I know both of these things are both part of the same disease because they both started happening on the same day. I had joint pain in my hands and tissue melting pain more like in my palm. And so I kind of labeled my hand, like the green parts of my hand, the joints, I colored them green to represent joint pain, and then the blue to represent the tissue melting pain. I've been seen by 20 doctors, including orthopedic surgeons, hand surgeons, rheumatologists, genetic doctors, and neurologists. No one has been able to diagnose me, and every blood test comes back negative. I'm even negative for Marfan syndrome and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. No one's been able to give me an explanation for why I can't type or mouse without being in chronic pain. I also just want to say that even though I'm not typing or mousing, I'm still in pain. It's not like I'm out of the woods just because I'm not on a computer. One doctor even told me, oh well, I guess you'll just have to do a speaking job for the rest of your life, and he said that without giving me any kind of diagnosis as far as what I have. And I'm not happy about the idea of never typing or mousing on a desktop computer ever again without being in chronic pain, or without writing for work ever again. So I decided to make this video to show some examples of the pain I'm feeling. I'm pretty sure my body attacked my tendons or my ligaments or both. So this red string represents like a tendon, and like a normal healthy tendon, when you move it, like when you move your finger, it should be able to go in and out. But since my body attacked it, and this candle represents inflammation, so my body attacked it. And once it attacked it, this is what happened. It got kind of black and burnt, and it doesn't go in and out anymore. It's just kind of hard. And that's what the blue represents, that it just gets kind of hard all the time. And I made this so you can see like all the tendons or all the ligaments or both, whatever it may be. Like my body basically attacked everything like in my palm. I mean, it hurts the most where this blue line is, but anything between purple line and purple line, it's all like tissue that's really been attacked and melted. And so I made it black, you know, to represent that it was melted. And this would be like a normal healthy hand. It's not melted, you know, it can go in and out and move freely and everything's fine. And especially right here on the blue, it really feels like it's always swollen, almost like I have a water balloon in my hand all the time. So it's always like a little bit swollen even if my hand's not moving, but if I was to type or push buttons or just kind of generally move around my hand a lot, it feels like it swells, like if somebody's pushing on it and it's expanding and swelling more and more. And when I first got sick, it was only just one like water balloon like right there that would expand and swell, and I always just thought, oh, if I just have surgery, then, you know, they can just take that out and it'll get better. But then as I've been sick for like 4.5 years now, it seems like I have 2 water balloons that kind of like expand and swell. And so it's really painful. It's in both hands. And, you know, when I'm in pain, I'm just like, I just want surgery. I just want them to take the water balloons out. Then I can type and everything will be good. But that's not what happened. So even when I stretch my thumb back like this, Like it seems like if it was a normal, healthy hand, it would just pull like one little ligament or tendon this way. But because my body went and attacked it, I imagine like it attacked and melted a bunch of different pieces together. So every time I pull my thumb back like this, it feels like it pulls all these melted things together. It doesn't pull just one, it pulls like 3 of them or a bunch of them. It's really painful. I had 2 carpal tunnel surgeries. Both surgeons told me they didn't see anything wrong with my tendons. But I'm wondering, especially because when you look at this picture, there's like an outside layer of the tendon and the inside layer. And the inside layer, it seems like it's collagen. So I'm just wondering if my body maybe attacked the collagen. As you can see, it's inside. So maybe the outside of the tendon looks totally fine, but the inside of the tendon's all damaged. And I tried to make an example of that. Like the straw represents the outside of the tendon, so maybe they did the surgery and everything looked totally fine, but if you get to the inside of the tendon, look how it's all burnt and damaged. And I'm wondering if maybe that's what's wrong with me, and they didn't think there was anything wrong because they just looked at the outside. And of course they probably couldn't look at the inside unless they excised my tendon and, you know, sent it to pathology for them to see the inside. But the problem is I'm still in pain, and I can't type or write, and nobody knows what's going on. So I just want to take a moment and talk about how this disease has like really impacted my entire life. Before I got sick, I worked at Pacific Gas and Electric Company, and I worked 40 hours a week. I made $30 an hour. You know, and then when I got sick, I had to tell my boss I can't type anymore, like at all. She was really shocked. Like I said, I can't even like hit the mouse like one time without being in like major pain. So subsequently, I got laid off from my job, and when I got laid off, they gave me a paper that says I'm eligible to be rehired if I ever get better, and that was 4.5 years ago. And I never got better, so I can't go back. And when I was working at PG&E, I was saving up so I could go to nursing school because I knew I was accepted into registered nursing school. And as it turns out, when I got sick, I couldn't go to registered nursing school either, because how was I going to type in the hospital? You know, after every patient you see, you have to type and click the mouse and on. So I wasn't able to do that either. So I was scheduled to enter registered nursing school in the fall of 2008, had to call the school and say I was sick and I couldn't come, and I was planning on having more hand surgeries. So I delayed it till spring 2009, still wasn't better. Delayed it till fall 2009, still wasn't better. Then the school said that they would have to put me at the bottom of the list so I could get back into school for fall 2011, like 2 years later. So during that time, I tried to have more I had a bunch of surgeries. The first surgery I had, they thought there was something wrong. I had an MRI, and it was something with the scapholunate ligament, and the doctor said he fixed that, but I wasn't any better, so I don't think that that's what I was complaining about, especially since I still have the scar and it's over here, and it doesn't really correspond to this side very well, because I'm in pain like over here, and the corresponding area would be like right here. So then the second surgery I had, went back to the doctor. Nothing ever showed up in any x-rays or MRIs except for that scapholunate thing. Everything comes back normal, so they don't know what it is. So then the doctor said that since I didn't have any numbness or tingling, he thought maybe I had pronator syndrome. So he did a surgery right here where they released the nerve from here to here, but that didn't take away my pain, like right here on the blue. So then the third surgery, I had carpal tunnel. He looked inside, he released the carpal tunnel and everything, but he didn't see anything wrong. He didn't see anything wrong with my tendons, and I think my body potentially could have attacked my tendons. And maybe when your body attacks your tendons, it doesn't turn a different color like black. Maybe it still stays red, so when the doctor cuts you open, it's not like it's a different color, so there's nothing to alert them that my body's attacking something. So then after I saw that doctor, I've seen a different doctor, and she was willing to open me up even wider and do another carpal tunnel surgery. She also said she didn't see anything wrong, but she re-released the tunnel. And then I started having the same kind of pain on my other side. like my left side, like the water balloon feeling and everything, and I thought, oh great, it was bad enough on one side, but 2 years later, it came on real slow in the left side, but now they're almost equal, like pain-wise. So then I had carpal tunnel surgery on my left-hand side just to kind of release it and give it some room, especially when you feel like you got a water balloon in there. It's like you feel like you need more room. So in one sense, I think the carpal tunnel helped, that it gave it more room. But when you got a water balloon and every time you type, the water balloon expands, it doesn't really do much. It's like, just take out the water balloon. So anyway, so I had 5 hand surgeries and I'm not any better. So at this point, you know, obviously I got sick when I was 21, so I don't have like a ton of money or a ton of savings. I didn't get like 30 years to save for my retirement or anything. And I'm willing to see more doctors. Like, I want to see more doctors, but every doctor I see, they're going to charge me like $200 just to be seen, and they might not even be able to help me. So I'm hoping I can see a doctor who is willing to help me, and I think what I need is some kind of prosthesis. Like, I want, if it's a tendon problem, I want them to cut out the tendon, put in a prosthesis. I've pretty much been ready for a prosthesis since the day I got sick. I mean, that's how bad this disease is. So, you know, if they find out it's like a ligament problem, if they can take out the ligament and fuse the joints, you know, or put in a prosthesis. You know, I just want my life back. I just want to be able to type and write again and not have to worry about this and be pain-free, because like 99% of all jobs I can't even do anymore, and I look totally fine. And people don't understand, like, well, you look fine, so how could you have any problems? But you can look totally fine and be in major, major pain. So if there's a doctor who's willing, you know, in the US or even around the world, you know, I'll come see you if you really think you know what it is or can help me, or you think you can figure it out. You know, like if you remove a tendon or a ligament, I want it sent to pathology, because I really truly believe my body's attacking like a soft tissue, and I know that if it was taken out and looked at under a microscope, they would be able to tell like what my body's attacking. I even told my mom that if I ever die in a car accident or anything, or if I just die, I want my body donated to science, especially the area between this purple line and that purple line. And I want every tissue and ligament and tendon and fiber looked at under a microscope, so that way the next person, there could be other people. I know it's a rare disease, but there still could be other people who have it, and it's really disabling, and there's no awareness for it at all. So, you know, if you can help me and put in a prosthesis and I get better and I'm able to go back to work, and you want to attach my wages to pay for whatever you've done to help me, that's totally fine with me. So I've just made this video because I'm hoping a doctor or scientist or somebody out there will be able to give me the help that I need. So thank you for your time.